Namaste and welcome to our Om Shanti Yoga video channel and to this mini series on yoga after brain tumor surgery. My name is Ursula, and together with my best friend and business partner Mindy, we own Om Shanti Yoga. Now, I'm not just a yoga and meditation teacher here in Daytona Beach, Florida. I've also been past brain surgery for exactly 2 weeks. So 2 weeks ago, I had surgery to remove a tumor on my right parietal lobe here, and I wanted to do this video for a couple of reasons. Reason number one is I haven't done a very good job in documenting all the things I did leading up to the surgery, but I'm thoroughly convinced that the practices of yoga, meditation, and others have absolutely helped me, not just to be calm and grounded going into the surgery, pretty much having no fear, but also has really helped with getting me through and out of the hospital very quickly. I left the hospital 48 hours exactly after surgery, and I'm also convinced it will thoroughly help my healing. So I wanted to do a better job in documenting what I'm actually doing. Reason number one, why I'm doing this video series. Number two, document my healing and progress. And very selfishly, reason number three, I wanted to get back into teaching yoga, and doing it online and via videos is a really good way. Last but not least, I also wanted to do this video series for anybody who is going through brain surgery, who is after brain surgery, somebody who has maybe a traumatic brain injury or any other challenges that are similar. I hope that this video series can serve as an inspiration, as a tool, as you're going through your healing process. So this video series is basically going to document for week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, what I'm doing. And what I'm doing basically in terms of gentle yoga, a combination of yoga and physical therapy and meditation. The yoga is really helping me to build strength back up, to work on alignment in my body, reconnecting the brain and the body, and the physical therapy is doing just the same. Hand-eye coordination, different movements of different part of the body, reconnecting everything back, and especially having the right part of the brain and the left part of the brain working together with the body. And lastly, meditation for me is a great tool to stay calm, centered, and grounded, especially during these times after brain surgery where everything is a little bit overwhelming. So having said that, I have a couple of limitations. With the instructions I still have from the doctors are at this point I cannot lift more than 10 pounds or 5 kilos, which means in terms of the yoga practice that we're going to do is I'm going to use very little arm strength. I'm not going to push myself up. I'm not going to pull that much. Also, I cannot do any inversions. So the yoga practice that you see and the physical therapy aims at keeping the head up, keeping the chin level, and at all times keeping the head above the chest. Now, if you don't have those limitations, you can totally work different ways with your head, and I will point that out in the various classes, but just be mindful of any limitations that you may have. Having said that, also, please get clearance from your medical professionals, from your physiotherapist, to make sure that you're ready with your body and your mind to do these practices. As always, be very mindful as you go through these yoga practices. Pay special attention to how your body feels. It is perfectly fine always to take a break, to skip poses, or to modify them as needed. I also struggle at times with speech, so you will maybe hear through my instructions a little bit of slurred speaking. Also, I might sometimes have a hard time just getting things out. That's just part of my healing process. The other thing I really struggle with is a lot of things going on at the same time, and especially background noises. So in this video series, I'm not using any background music whatsoever. So feel free to get your favorite playlist out, put it on, and play it along. Or if you are like me, struggling, if there are too many things going on, and it gets too disorienting or just too loud, just leave it off and allow yourself a little bit of space. In terms of this yoga and physical therapy practice, it's very gentle. The only props that you will need is probably a chair and a cushion. A lot of the things that I'm doing can be done seated on the floor or seated in a chair, and I will point out at the beginning of each video what you might need. Cushion for me is important because I have a hard time laying flat, so anything on my back, as I'm lying down, I need to prop my head a little bit up. Again, if you don't have these limitations, you might not need it. Also, feel free, whatever you want to wear. You can do this in your pajamas. That's actually what I did for the first week. Pretty much did it in my pajamas. You can wear sweatpants, you can wear shorts, whatever is comfortable for you. You do not need to wear yoga pants or any tops that might feel restricting to you or that you have a hard time getting over your head. So with all of that being said, I'm really excited to start this series. Again, this is today. I'm 2 weeks past my brain tumor surgery. I am very elated that I can be here and teach. Last but not least, if you see me during the teaching to look behind the camera like this, it's basically because I also need a little bit of help staying focused. I have a big whiteboard behind the screen where I basically write down the sequence, write down the talking points, just because I forget things and I'm very easily distracted, and sometimes I have a hard time finding it back to my regular thought. So like always in yoga, we accept where we are. I don't want to edit these things out because this is reality. We do what we can. So even with the challenges that we have, we're trying to stay active, we're trying to modify, and we're going to enjoy the progress and have fun. Again, I also want to stress that I am a yoga and meditation teacher, and a lot of these things are very natural to me. So what I'm able to do and what I'm capable to do after week 1, week 2, week 3 may or may not look different as what you're comfortable with and what your ability is. As always in yoga, look at me for inspiration, look at me for ideas, never look at me to compare yourself or your own progress with me. Have fun, enjoy this series, leave any comments or questions below, and I'm excited to get started. Namaste.